Hello Year 2, today we're going to talk about multiplication and we're going to look at the different ways that we can use to solve multiplication problems. In preparation for this, I have done a word bank over here of words that represent this symbol. So we're going to have a quick look through them. We've got groups of, lots of, times, multiply and repeated addition. And over here I've got 4 examples of number sentences and I'm going to talk through the different methods that we're going to look at today, and you can choose at the end of the video which method you're most comfortable with when you're solving your problems. So first of all, we've got repeated addition. So when we are looking at this symbol, it means, obviously these words over here, but we're looking at repeated addition first of all. So it means 5 multiplied by 3, and that would be 5 plus 5 plus 5. It means 5 3 times. And you can use whatever way you want to figure that out. If you can count in 5s in your head, that's great. If you want to draw dots underneath that, then that's fine as well. Do 5 and 5 and 5, add them all up together, and of course that will come to 15. Now over here, I'm going to have a look at arrays. Now at school we had a look at arrays briefly, so we are going to have another look at them now, just a little recap of them. So again, looking at our word bank over here, we've got groups of, lots of. So this, when we're looking at arrays, we are looking at these top 2 over here, groups of or lots of, and it's 10 groups of or lots of 2. So I'm going to just do 10 groups here. I'm going to label them so I know how many I've done. And in each group I'm going to put 2 little dots in every group here, all the way to 10. And you can count them all up together. If you know how to count in 2s, that's even better. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Down here, we're going to multiply on a number line. Now, what's different about this sentence is that in these 2 here, we've learnt at school how to count in 10s, how to count in 2s, how to count in 5s, and how to count in 3s. We haven't yet learnt how to count in 8s and 4s. So we're going to use a number line to solve this one. I'm going to draw an empty number line, a little bit like we do when we're adding or subtracting. I'm going to start from this side. I'm going to start with the label 0. Now, again, looking at my word bank over here, I've got groups of and lots of. This sentence will read 8 groups of 4. So what I'm going to do is either do 8 groups of 4, or, because we know that multiplication is commutative, I could do 4 groups of 8. I'm going to do 4 groups of 8 here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, each time I'm adding 8. When I've added 8 to 0, that gives me 8, of course. When I add another 8 to 8, that gives me 16, 24, and finally 32. It's worth using 100 square or counting on your fingers just to make sure that you're making those jumps accurately. Now finally, when I'm multiplying 2-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers, or even 2-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers, I can use partitioning if I'm secure in my knowledge of the 5 times tables, 3 times tables, 10 times tables, whatever that might be. So first of all, I'm going to partition 14, and obviously that will partition nicely into 10 and 4. I'm going to multiply 10 by 5, and then I'm going to multiply 4 by 5, and then I'm going to add them together. So we've got 10 multiplied by 5, and I can count in 10s or I can count in 5s. Obviously it's quicker to count in 10s, so we go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then I multiply 4 times 5, and I know how to count in 5s, and I'm going to do that 4 times, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20. 50 plus 20 gives me, because I know what 5 and 2 is, I know it's 7, gives me 70. So 14 multiplied by 5 is 70. Now, I'd like you to choose whichever method you would like to do and complete the questions that we have assigned for you.